Good morning, everybody. My name is sethaimkwei. I am an entrepreneur with Alliance in Motion Global. I welcome you to this live broadcast on Alliance in Motion Global. Today, my topic is 9 network marketing lessons from a dog. This topic might sound strange to some people, but let me lay a foundation for the reason why I chose to study a dog. A few days ago, I was privileged to watch a video of a dog who was trying to get into a walled house. The dog tried several ways to find an entry into the house, but it was quite difficult. So the option the dog had to choose finally was to jump or scale over the wall into the house. It was not a short wall, it was quite a high wall. But the dog tried to jump or scale the wall to get into the house. It was met with several failures in its earlier attempts. But the dog kept pushing, kept forcing, kept trying until finally the dog was able to scale the wall to get into the house. And I have watched the video over and over, and the more I watched, the more I realized that there are some important lessons that we can learn. Actually, I learned some important lessons from this dog, and I think it will be good learning for everybody. So I want to share the lessons I've learned from this dog trying to jump or scale a wall into a house. At the end of the presentation, I'm going to post a link to that video in the comment section. You can click on the link, watch the video for yourself, and you realize that the 9 lessons that I'm going to talk about were actually lessons that you can see in the video. The first lesson I learned was that have a clear target. The dog had a clear target. The target was to get into the house. That was its target. And so, if you can learn anything from the dog, have clear targets for your life. Have goals. What do you want to achieve by the end of today? What do you want to achieve by the end of this week? What do you want to achieve in a month's time? What do you want to achieve by the end of this year? What do you want to achieve 1 year from now? What do you want to achieve 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years from now? Have long-term targets, have short-term targets. That achieving those short-term targets will help you move closer to achieving your long-term targets. So have clear target for your life. The dog had it. And if you can learn from a dog, have a clear target. The second lesson was that don't be stopped by obstacles. The dog met obstacle in its attempt to get into the house. First of all, the house was walled. Secondly, the gate leading to the house was also locked. And so the dog realized that it will not be able to get into the house as it has always done. But because the target to get in the house was not changed, it had to find ways to get into the house. It was not prepared to just find somewhere and sleep until somebody opens the door. The dog had to get into the house, and the dog was not prepared to allow the obstacles of a wall and a closed gate to stop it from getting into the house. The third lesson I found from this dog was that search for alternatives to reaching your target. It could have gone through the gate, but the gate was locked. So it had to find other alternatives. It probably went around the walled house to find if it can get a way into the house. But at the end of the day, it found out that it was not finding a way into the house. So he found out that one of the things it can do was to jump or scale the wall. So it looked for alternatives. went to the gate, it was locked. Went around the house, there was no other way. But it tried to find alternatives. So in life, after you have your clear target, make sure that you find as many alternatives as possible. I admit that you cannot get all the alternatives. Sometimes if you want to get all the alternatives, you will be searching until you die. But find enough alternatives that will help you make a good choice. This was what the dog did. The fourth lesson was that choose the best alternative. After searching for all the alternatives, the dog realized that there was a particular spot where it can jump or scale the wall. That was the best alternative for the dog. And you must also always choose the best alternative. The best alternative does not mean the quickest. Because sometimes when things come easy, they don't last. And the things that last, they don't come easy. So the fastest way to reach your alternative may not be the best. The shortest may not be the best. The easiest may not be the best. The surrounding circumstances may let you find out which was the best. Probably there was a part of the world that was shorter than where the dog decided to jump. But the dog used its knowledge of the house and probably realized that there was a swimming pool at the place where the wall was shortest. So if it scaled over there, it may land in the swimming pool. And the dog was not prepared to do the hard work of climbing and then had to do another hard work of swimming out of a pool. So the dog did not just choose the easiest, the dog did not choose the fastest, but it obviously chose the best. After you get the alternative, do analysis, do study, research into them, and choose the best. Don't forget, as I have already said, the quickest, the easiest may not be the best. Choose the best. The fifth lesson is that prepare. After you have found the best alternative, prepare. The dog prepared. How did he do it? In the video, you realize that sometimes the dog will go back, try to move forward, but it will realize that it will not be able to get enough speed and momentum and energy from that point. So then the dog kept going back, coming forward, going back. Sometimes the dog will try to move, then it will stop and go back further than before. Why? It was preparing itself to be able to jump. Because if it doesn't gather enough speed from a distance, it will not be able to jump. So it kept going back, preparing himself until it found the distance that will allow him to get enough speed and momentum before jumping. You need to prepare. Getting the best alternative is not enough. Prepare so that you can take good advantage of the best alternative. People have the best alternative, but they still do not experience success because they didn't prepare. It is said that luck is when opportunity meets preparation. You may have the best alternative, the best opportunity, but if you are not prepared, you might not find yourself succeeding. So don't just look for the best alternative. Prepare, study, improve yourself, learn, talk to coaches, talk to mentors, watch videos, talk to people who have already achieved what you want to achieve. Do the preparation required so that you can be able to do and hit your target. The dog prepared. It didn't just say, this is where I want to jump, and then just go ahead to jump. It prepared itself before jumping. Number 6 lesson. Take action. After the dog found the best place to jump and prepared itself, it actually took action. Take action on your goals. After you get the best alternative, after preparation, take action. The dog didn't wait to get all the learning in the world, and that is where we fail sometimes. We want to take time to learn everything there is before taking action. but sometimes you need to learn enough to be able to take action. After you take action, you keep learning as you are doing the work. The seventh lesson is that don't be stopped by failure. The dog prepared, determined the right distance, yet it tried the first time, it was not successful. It did not allow that failure to stop it. It went back, prepared again, tried the second time, it was not successful. The dog kept trying and trying until it was successful. The good thing is that anytime the dog didn't see progress, it went back and prepared to try again. But you realize that if you watch the video, every time the dog tried, it reached higher and higher. There was not a time that the dog reached lower than a previous attempt. Every attempt, the dog reached higher and higher and higher until it finally reached the top. So don't let failures stop you. If Mr. Edison had allowed failure to stop him, it would not have tried 10,000 times before getting the light bulb. Failure are only opportunities for you to learn. Failure are only telling you that you have not done the right thing. So learn from it and do the right thing the next time. Don't let failure stop you. The dog did not allow failure to stop it, and you too don't allow initial failures. If at first you don't succeed, try again. If it doesn't work, try again. Keep trying until it works. Believe in yourself. The eighth lesson is evaluate and self-improve throughout the process. Anytime the dog tried and failed, you realize that the dog now assessed the situation and went further than before. So as you start and you experience failure on working to achieve your goals, reflect, evaluate the situation, examine the situation, examine yourself, self-improve, learn more, study more, train more, rehearse more. Because you can see that the dog sometimes will try to move. It will start running, then stop. Because it realized that it has not done enough preparation. So it will go back, start running, then it will stop. Because it realized that it has not again made the right. So it kept running. As it will get to the wall, then it stops. Because it realized that the preparation is not enough. So throughout the process, anytime you experience any difficulty or challenge, re-evaluate yourself. Learn more, study more, improve upon yourself more. When your goal is not working, change your plan, but don't change your goal. And don't quit. Finally, number 9. The 9th lesson I learned from this dog was that never change your target easily. The dog did not change the target. I have just mentioned it. Don't change your goal. Don't change your target. But you can change your plan, and you can change the ways by which you want to achieve the target. But I must also admit here that sometimes it is also possible for you to realize that the plan or the goal is not going to work. When you also get to a situation where you realize that your plan or your goal was faulty, your target was faulty from the beginning, when you get to realize it, it takes a bold decision and a great leader to decide to change course. So don't change easily, but when you get to a point you realize that it's not going to work, be strong, matured enough to change your target. That also is possible. And that was a lesson I learned from the dog. It was not prepared to change the target easily. After trying for some time and it was not successful, the dog could have had other plans. But it kept to the target of getting to the house. It didn't change it easily. And you too, don't change it easily. But if it is clear that it's not going to work, you can change it and go for a better or more superior alternative or target. So these are the 9 lessons I learned from the dog. And I'm going to add the link to the comment section so you can follow the link and watch the video of this dog, and you realize that these 9 lessons are lessons you could learn, and you could even learn more. In the event you learn more lessons than I have discussed, you can also put them in the comment section so we can all learn and improve and add to the lessons we have learned from the dog. And one of the things I will say in ending, as I always do, is that sometimes people have goals, dreams in life of financial freedom, time freedom, travel freedom, dream freedom, debt freedom, and the other freedoms. They might have tried several alternatives: employment, small business. But I have found an alternative that can help you reach your target fast. That is network marketing. And in network marketing, I have found the gold mine of network marketing. I have found the mountain top of network marketing, Alliance in Motion Global. So if the plans and strategies you are using to achieve financial freedom, build the houses you like, buy the cars you like, travel around the world and see every part of the world, if that plan you have to achieve this is not working, join Alliance in Motion Global. It will work for you. So this is where I'm going to end this presentation. Just as a recap, the 9 lessons I learned from a dog are: have a clear target, don't be stopped by obstacles, search for the alternatives to reaching your target, choose the best alternative, prepare, take action, don't be stopped by failure, evaluate and self-improve throughout the process, and never change your target easily. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Mr. Anshags Mustafa, for watching. Thank you, Mr. Boyan Popovich, for watching. Thank you, Mr. Odinehu Frank, for watching. Thank you, Grace Aliandrino, for watching. Thank you very much, Prof. Asha, for watching. Thank you, Mentor Rodel Euro Cagnan, Prof. Rodel. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Mentor Marife, for watching. And thank you, everybody who watched. God bless you. You encourage me anytime I see you watch me presenting live. You are welcome to the wonderful world of Alliance in Motion Global, where we turn ordinary people into extraordinary multi-millionaires. Happy Business Day.